before Naruto Uzumaki became a symbol of hope. He was a symbol of fear. And that's the part so many viewers forget. On the night of his birth, the hidden leaf nearly fell. The nine-tailed fox, a living force of destruction, tore through the village, leaving chaos in its wake. But in that moment of despair, Naruto's parents made the ultimate sacrifice. His father, the fourth Hokage, sealed the beast away, not into himself, but into his newborn son. A decision that would save thousands of lives, yet condemn Naruto to a childhood of isolation. While other children grew up surrounded by warmth, Naruto woke up alone. No mother's voice, no father's hand on his shoulder. Just an empty apartment, and a silence so heavy it swallowed the room. Imagine being a child, desperate to be seen, yet every pair of eyes you meet is filled with fear, or worse, hatred. The villagers didn't understand the truth. They weren't supposed to. So instead of seeing a hero, they saw a reminder of the darkest night in Leaf Village history. A walking vessel of trauma, a curse, a mistake. Every cold stare, every whisper behind his back, every parent pulling their child away from him, it all became Naruto's reality. He smiled through it, but behind that grin was a boy who didn't know why the world hated him, only that it did. But this pain, this loneliness, became the foundation of his story, because instead of letting it consume him, Naruto turned his isolation into motivation. He didn't want revenge. He didn't want the world to suffer like he had. He wanted connection, recognition, a place where he finally belonged. This, the silent suffering of a child who refused to break, is the true beginning of Naruto's untold story. If Naruto's childhood forged the pain, his personality forged the legend. And here's the thing longtime fans understand. Naruto's strength was never just about jutsu. It was about spirit. He was loud because silence had hurt him. He was annoying because being ignored was worse. He acted like a clown because laughter was the only thing that had ever kept him company. But here's the beauty of Naruto. Despite everything, he still believed in others. He saw hope where others only saw darkness. He saw potential in people society had written off. And he chose empathy, not because it was easy, but because it was the only way to break the cycle he was trapped in. When Naruto met Sasuke, he didn't see a rival. He saw someone who was hurting the same way he was. When he looked at Sakura, he didn't see a crush. He saw a future teammate. And with Kakashi, he found something he'd never had before: guidance. Naruto's personality wasn't built for war. It was built for healing. And it became the very reason he rose higher than anyone expected. When people talk about Naruto's power, they often jump straight to the flashy forms, the chakra cloaks, and the godlike six paths abilities. But that skips the part that matters most. Naruto's rise wasn't sudden. It was earned through blood, sweat, heartbreak, and a stubbornness that defied destiny itself. Naruto didn't become strong because he had the 9 tails. He became strong because he refused to give up. The untold story of Naruto isn't about power levels, flashy jutsu, or legendary battles. It's about a boy who had every reason to hate the world, and instead chose to heal it. Naruto taught us that strength comes from pain, courage comes from failure, and dreams become real only when you fight for them relentlessly. From lonely outcast to 7th Hokage, Naruto's journey is a reminder that anyone, no matter how broken, ignored, or underestimated, can change their destiny. And that is why the legacy of Naruto Uzumaki will live forever